I'm joined today by Curtis Brown, author of the book 25 Years of Hell. Curtis is a former New York State Corrections officer. He gives us a firsthand look, in his own words, what it's like to be on the inside guarding inmates. In an effort of full disclosure, Curtis and I, our families have been friends forever. Our sisters are best friends. I've known Curtis since I was a kid. But when this book came out, I wanted to reach out to him and talk to him about his experience. So, good morning, Curtis.
Good morning.
Uh, First, and pretty much the first question and basic question is, what made you write the book?
Well, after spending 28 years in the Department of Corrections and seeing all the wrongdoing and all the things that went on and the way I was treated, I think the public has a right to know what goes on behind the walls and the fences and bars in New York State.
hmm And so, describe some of the things you had written, because I was just reading the summary of the book, but
Mhm.
just in terms, tell me what a typical day was like as a CO there.
Well, after I started getting harassment, a typical day would be you go into work and you'd have to watch your back. The staff posed more of a threat to me than the inmates did, just for bringing to light the harassment I was receiving. So it was an ongoing struggle every day, with harassment and retaliation for reporting wrongdoing.
So, have you heard from like other COs in terms about your book, and what were their thoughts on it?
Oh yes. Well, it's only been out for 2 weeks, and
Right.
it seemed like some people received their books quicker than others on
Mhm.
Amazon. And
Mhm.
um, I had one of the former sergeants that he read the whole book already, and
Mhm.
he was surprised because some of the stuff he didn't even know that
Mhm.
they were keeping quiet, the harassment the stuff they were doing to me.
And
And
yeah, no, when you're talking about harassment, you're talking about from the staff, from the management, from the
uh,
state. What is
uh,
it? Mhm.
Actually, it was the staff, the administration, the
Mhm.
union. It was the whole department. It was like a David versus Goliath fight,
Mhm.
for justice.
And so, what did your union say, Nescoba?
Uh, Nice go, but they didn't represent me.
hmm
I paid union dues, but I didn't get the same representation. Take for instance, one NOD. A NOD is a notice of discipline,
Okay.
where they take you to an arbitration hearing.
hmm
They had me going to an arbitration hearing after they allowed a correction officer to shove me, which amounted to assault, and I was the one charged with an NOD, and the union allowed it to happen. So.
Now, I mean, a lot of our friends are corrections officers. I
Mhm,
probably know, outside of you,
mhm.
probably another 10 or so. Um, have you heard from them personally, like the friends that we know, the people that we know, that I would
Oh
know
yeah.
as well?
Yep, I heard from people, and they congratulated me on writing the book, and some of them, they realized what was happening in there, but some people just don't speak up, and
Uh-huh.
I'm one of them people. I'm gonna speak up, and I'm gonna tell the truth, and some people just don't do that, but
Right.
they realize what's going on and they understand.
So I did. We're a journalism school here at Morgan State. So,
Uh-huh.
in an effort of full disclosure, I also reached out to the New York State Department of Corrections, and
Uh-huh.
they gave me a statement uh, about your book.
Mhm.
That I don't know. Can you see it on the screen?
Uh,
It says we haven't seen the book, so we cannot comment specifically. However, 48% of the department's workforce are members of a protected class as defined under federal and state law. The Department of Correction does not tolerate discrimination or intolerant behavior by staff and have pursued disciplinary action, including termination, where such incidents have occurred. I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
I would say that's contradictory to what I experienced. After reporting the discrimination and the retaliation, the state, they let it happen. No one stepped in. Any of those, all the organizations and all the stuff put in place to prevent that kind of abuse wasn't there for me. It didn't work. They more or less just turned their back on you and just left you out there by yourself.
One final question: what do you hope people take away from reading your book?
What I hope happens from my book is that there's meaningful change at the top to the bottom in the Department of Corrections, because change is needed. I mean, there's not just in the way I was treated. There's change in, for the inmates, making it better and giving the inmates more opportunities to get their lives together while they're incarcerated. So when they come out of prison, they can be a more productive citizen in society. That helps all society.
Right.
If we don't help the system to get better, we're only hurting ourselves. We're allowing people to come out of prison and they're more of a threat to society than they were when they went in.
So in terms of the book, so do you think what you faced is also across the country a problem in corrections?
Oh yeah, you have the same problems with not just in New York State and prison systems throughout the whole country. It's just it's a culture that the prison system was built from slavery. When slavery was abolished, they started rounding up people and putting them in prison, black and brown people, and they've been doing that ever since. So the system designed to just throw us in jail and incarcerate us and leave us there as long as they possibly can to get the most money they can, because it's all about the federal dollars. It's $1 billion industry. So
yeah, there's what they call for-profit prisons that
right.
that's come to light, nationally. So what made you become a correction officer?
Well, I had family members. My uncle was a correction officer, and working in Elmira, no college education, factory work was the only thing that was readily available, and opportunity came up to take state test, and I started taking the state test, and I became a correction officer. Nothing that I've ever thought about when I was younger. Who grows up saying I want to be a prison guard or a correction officer?
Right.
So.
So just to wrap up, where can people find your book?
It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble right now.
Okay.
You can only purchase the hardcover book right now. I mean, the book itself, no digital download for another about 3 months. 3 weeks rather. And then it'll be out on the digital format too. But it's on Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, 25 Years of Hell. You can see the book. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
All right. I actually have it up for you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. So, Curtis, I want to thank you for joining us. Good luck with the book. Thanks again for joining us.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Be safe, Randy.
All right.
Yep. It was a pleasure.